Well, things aren't looking good for Chase Cominsky. If you guys don't know who Chase Cominsky is,
I just want to apologize to you, Your Honor. I want to apologize to my family, my friends, the fishing community. I feel embarrassed, super embarrassed. It was that bad action that we made. It's one we're going to have to live with the rest of my life.
him and Jacob Runyon were the two guys that got busted stuffing weights in walleye during a professional walleye fishing event that was held over Lake Erie about a year ago, maybe a little bit less. But Chase Cominsky is in hot water again, and this time it's not cheating in a fishing tournament. It's actually poaching deer, harvesting deer illegally. I'm going to read you guys the report right off the internet here. You recognize those two mugs. So it says a heritage man involved in a fishing scandal in the Cleveland tournament, which was the walleye fishing tournament they were stuffing weights in. Chase Cominsky was charged Monday with unlawful killing and taking of big game, unlawful taking or possession of game and wildlife, and unlawful acts concerning licenses, tagging, and reporting big game kills for allegedly poaching deer. Now, there's numerous ways you can poach deer. Poaching a deer is basically harvesting it illegally, whether it's spotlighting them at night, whether it's taking an animal and not having a tag for it, whether it's putting the wrong tag on the wrong animal. There's numerous ways to poach an animal, which is basically illegally harvesting the animal. So in a complaint filed by the Pennsylvania Game Commission Northwest, game wardens were contacted about Cominsky poaching deer in Pennsylvania. They were informed that between 2013 and 2021, Cominsky had taken several antlered white-tailed deer unlawfully, either after legal shooting hours or during a closed season without a valid license. So not only was he taking them at unlawful times, he's doing it without a license. During that period, Cominsky's hunting privileges in Pennsylvania were suspended. Well, he's taking the definition of poaching and running with it. Like, he is hunting without the privilege of hunting, and he's unlawfully taking the animals outside of shooting hours or outside of the actual season. So it goes on here, man. The game warden found 5 mounted antlered white-tailed deer heads in the living room of the residence, and they had been mounted between that time frame from 2013 to 2021. Cominsky had his Pennsylvania privileges, his hunting privileges, suspended by the Game Commission due to multiple game law violations that he had either pleaded guilty to or was found guilty to between July 1st through June 30th of 2021. A witness said Cominsky has unlawfully taken or killed antlered white-tailed deer after dark in Mercer County with a crossbow or a firearm. So he's however he's doing it, spotlighting them, baiting them in behind his house or whatever he's doing. He's illegally harvesting these animals after dark, and again, without the privilege to hunt, doesn't have a license. Guy sounds like, I always thought he was a dirtball for cheating in that tournament, him and Jacob Runyon, but this is really solidifying that assumption of him being a dirtball. 3 of the 5 antlered deer mounts were illegally tagged with another person's name who did not kill the deer, the warden said. So it's like, you have your wife buy a tag. Let's say you tagged out, or you have a tag, your wife buys a tag. You kill an animal and your wife puts her tag on it. That's illegal. 100% illegal, and you cannot do that. A preliminary hearing is set for November 14th in front of a district judge in Pennsylvania. Cominsky had pleaded guilty in March to cheating and unlawful ownership of wild animals. Charges stem from an incident September 30th, 2022, when Cominsky and another man were competing in a Lake Erie walleye tournament in Cleveland. So that's going back. That was the court trial for that was September 30th last year for their cheating scandal in the walleye tournament. So the result of that, if you guys aren't aware of the scandal, the cheating scandal they had. He had 10 days in jail, followed by a year and a half supervised release, suspension of his fishing license for 3 years, and a fine of $2,500 to be paid to a charity. He was also required to forfeit the $130,000 boat that was used during the tournament. So here's another part of the story I didn't know. In October 2022, Comisky was charged with stalking and harassing after Comisky allegedly sent a woman a harassing text message and followed her. Those charges were withdrawn. In February, so this is 2023, there's another rash of bad incidents for this guy. In February, Chase Cominsky, along with his 18-year-old son, Catchng Cominsky, were charged with conspiracy to commit forgery and related charges after employees said they passed fake $100 bills in 10-Pin Alley. Guy's passing fake money and teaching his kid to do this. They're both doing it at the same time. Granted, his kid's an adult. He's 18 years old. He should know better, but another maybe like father, like son type of scenario. Caden pleaded guilty to the charge left by deception and was sentenced to 1 year probation. So that's basically the story. So in a nutshell, I want to know your guys' opinion. I mean, it's, to me, I feel like people have opportunity to do better for themselves. I feel like people have every right and opportunity to make situations better. I also believe that not everyone's perfect. People make mistakes and should have every right to correct. You can't correct the mistakes, but make right moving forward. Now, this guy doesn't seem like he's making right moving forward. I personally think he deserves a lot stiffer sentence than what's already been given to him. This dude needs to see some hard jail time for all these. I mean, this is fish and game. This is wildlife. These are laws he's breaking that, kind of are close to my heart, I guess. So for me, I think the guy needs to be he needs to see some hard jail time for this. He should lose all privileges moving forward, even though it hasn't stopped him from poaching deer. That's why he's in trouble again. He already didn't have the right to be hunting, but they need to completely revoke his right to hunt big game in the United States or wherever they can prevent him from hunting. And he needs to see some hard jail time because I don't think he's learned his lesson. He's kind of skating away. And again, I just think he's one of them guys that is always going to be in trouble. He's probably always gotten into trouble, and now things are just popping up more and more about him as it's brought into the limelight. So curious what your guys' thoughts are. I don't know him personally. I only know about him as a walleye cheater, him and Jacob Runyon. And now he is illegally poaching deer, or has been for damn near 10 years. So my opinion is the guy needs to be locked up. Lock him up. Give him a stiff sentence. Federal prison. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you in the next one.